not easy for the U.S. government to keep a secret, much less sustain a massive half-century-long cover-up of what it is alleged to know about UFOs. Nevertheless, conspiracy theories abound, often combining mistrust of government, ignorance of facts, and a lot of wishful thinking about visitors from outer space.
When UFOs began making headlines in the late 40s, the Air Force began an investigation that continued for 22 years. During most of that time, the Air Force's chief civilian consultant on UFOs was Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who was then an astronomer at Ohio State University.
Doctor, out of all the 10,000 odd sightings that the Air Force has investigated, have you any evidence for extraterrestrial spaceships or what have you?
None of the evidence that I've examined would indicate any proof at all that we are being visited by extraterrestrials.
Dr. Hynek called himself a skeptic during those years. Now, he believes UFOs should have had a higher priority.
Had the Air Force really thought the subject was serious, then it would have been certainly under the head of at least a colonel and probably a general. But for years, it was under the head of a captain, and sometimes even just a lieutenant to begin with.
Various Air Force bases had some local officer who was to investigate things, and that was not the most highly prized assignment on the Air Force base, to be the local UFO officer.
But they never actually denied the existence of UFOs, never once, of the phenomenon of UFOs. But they said, in effect, whatever it was did not endanger the national security of the United States, and that is their primary responsibility.
The government's UFO files are stored here at Maxwell Air Force Base in Montgomery, Alabama. In 5.5 filing cabinets are notes, documents, and interviews on 12,618 UFO cases. 701 of them are still marked unknown. Since 1969, the investigation has been officially closed. Today, the investigation of UFO sightings is in the hands of the private UFO organizations. These people are members of the Mutual UFO Network, and they are all part-time volunteer investigators.
Anybody who recognizes a UFO right off the bat, you should be suspicious. Why was this person ready to see a UFO?
One of the investigators at this meeting is Ted Phillips, a highway inspector from Sedalia, Missouri, who pursues UFO cases in his spare time. Mr. Phillips, like almost everyone else here, has never seen a UFO himself. His interest comes through the reports of what others have seen.
I found the imprints here, like the tripod. It sit down here, and whatever it was, a creature, object, or however, it got out and went this way. With the grass, it's tall now, as you can see, but it was brushed aside. And I guess the footprints were about 5 feet apart, I guess. The stride was real large. And it made a circular motion. Right in this vicinity here, where this tree limb had jerked and jerked till it snapped completely. It made a thrashing sound. This one shook my daughters, because with the other activities going on, the light shining, and the movement, the thrashing sound, well, she got somewhat hysterical almost, and I was trying to hold my cool, not to come unglued myself, and
The Richards case, the Columbia, Missouri case, is a very good one.
Shortly afterwards.
I have no idea what he saw, other than to say that he saw a UFO, because we can't identify it. There's no rational explanation for it.
And a second or two, here it comes right back again, as if it forgot something, you know, and landed the same identical spot up there.
And you mentioned loading your gun.
Yes, and something at this time told me not to shoot or even not to go outside, just to stay still, lock your doors, and just wait it out. That's what I did.
Well, having your dogs exhibit that kind of fear, too,
Yeah, that was enough.
a good indication.
Yeah, that's right. They disappeared. They quit barking, and what you might say, we were trapped. So we couldn't do anything.
The Richards case is a very, very interesting case.
and it has to rank quite high.
Like other UFO investigators, Mr. Phillips has two problems. First, he must pursue UFO cases on his own time and at his own expense. Second, the physical evidence is never conclusive. What could be proof of a UFO landing could also be explained in other ways. In the end, Mr. Phillips must judge the UFO sighting by what the witness tells him about it.
You must take...
Another part-time UFO investigator is Dr. Alan Hynek, chairman of the astronomy department at Northwestern University.
Right over in here is where I took the shot.
All right, now then, show me exactly and where did...
Last summer, Dr. Hynek investigated a UFO sighting in Lincolnshire, Illinois. The witness was David Dorn, age 11.
The first photograph was taken, as I recall, above those treetops, just coming down like a bubble. Second photograph was coming down at a very steep angle, coming down right past that treetop. I think it's just a little bit lower than those trees over there.
I see. All right, and then what?
And then it came up just like a V. And I got another shot of it coming up. And then it started coming down a little faster than before, which I took another
So it
picture.
came down a second time.
Yes. And hovered, which I took another picture. And then up through the clouds.
So just about 60 seconds, just about.
Right. I took a picture of it going up. That was my last shot.
If you were going to deliver any fake photographs like this, let me ask you, how would you go about it?
Well, the first thing that comes into mind is that I could probably take a garbage can lid and maybe hook it up in a wire from a treetop to another treetop and photograph it at different angles.
I see, and do you think that would be a likely thing to do?
No, but that's really about all I can
Let me
think of.
ask, did you do that?
No.
All right. Well, I had to get there. And now, tell me, where are the negatives?
Well, those were accidentally lost by my fault. I was so excited about the results of the pictures. They turned out so good that I just threw everything away, and they went out with the trash the other night.
You're just so interested in watching the pictures, seeing the
Yeah, I got
prints,
so
brother.
excited about them, yes.
I'll bet you that's bothered you since.
Yes, it's
You've been kidding about that quite a bit?
quite a bit.
You're a